You can feel it, right? That strange feeling of starting something with everything you've got, and then, a few days later, simply stopping. It's as if something inside you just shuts down. Without warning. For no clear reason. You even try to go back. But it's not the same anymore. The power went out. The focus disappeared. And that promise you made to yourself becomes just another thing you abandon. Now let me tell you what nobody has the courage to say. This is not happening by chance. Something is sabotaging you. Every day. In silence. And if you don't realize this now, in 1 year, you'll be in the same place. With the same ideas. The same plans. And the same frustration of never finishing anything. Because it's not just about giving up. It's about becoming the kind of person who never finishes anything. And that slowly destroys your confidence. It steals your opportunities. And it traps you in a life that's far less than you could have. But today, that could change. Because in the next few minutes, you're going to see what's behind all of this. And when you see it, there's no going back. So do the following. This has ever happened to you. If you've ever started something and abandoned it halfway through, click like now. Because this shows the algorithm that this video needs to reach more people who are trapped in the same cycle. And if you want to stop giving up altogether, sign up. Because what you're about to understand here could be the exact point where everything starts to change. You don't give up because you're weak. You give up because something is breaking you inside, and you haven't realized it yet. And the worst part? Have you tried to change? Projects have already begun. He had already promised himself that this time would be different. Have you ever felt that energy at the beginning, that real desire to change everything? But then, a few days go by, and something changes. The power goes out. The focus disappears. And what seems so important simply loses its meaning, and you give up. Again. And the cycle begins again. You start. You get excited. Do you believe? And then, you give up. Silently. Without understanding why. And this creates an invisible wound. Because at first you think, okay, I just need to try again. But after a few times, this turns into something else. You start to doubt yourself. You start to think that maybe the problem is you. Maybe you're just lazy, undisciplined, weak. But let me tell you something that could change everything now. It's not a lack of strength. It's a lack of understanding. There's a pattern happening inside you. A silent pattern, automatic, invisible. And he's sabotaging you every time you try to move forward. You don't realize it, but your brain is programmed to avoid discomfort. Always. And every time you start something new, it's easy at first. Because it's new. It's high dopamine levels. It's an expectation. It's an advance reward. But then, when the novelty wears off, when the effort starts to show, when you need to repeat, insist, continue even when you don't feel like it, your brain goes on alert. He interprets this as danger, discomfort, effort, uncertainty. And he does what he was programmed to do. Stay away. He starts making excuses. I'll do it later. I'm not feeling well today. Tomorrow I'll start again. And that seems logical. It seems justifiable. But it's not up to you to decide. It's your brain trying to protect you from discomfort. And here's the point nobody tells you. If you always follow your feelings, you'll always give up. Because desire is unstable. Motivation is unstable. Emotional discipline doesn't work. And this is where everything breaks down. Because you were taught incorrectly. You learned that you need to be motivated to take action. But the truth is the opposite. You need to take action, even without motivation. But there is an even deeper problem. You don't give up just because of discomfort. You give up because you've lost the ability to sustain attention. Your brain is addicted to rapid stimulation. Cell phone, short videos, notifications, instant rewards. All of this trains your mind to seek quick pleasure, all the time. And when you try to do something that takes time, something that requires repetition, something that doesn't provide immediate reward, your brain rejects it. He compares and think, this is too slow, too boring, too difficult. And you leave. Go back to the easy way. Fast Pro. Comfortable for all ages. And without realizing it, you're setting yourself up for giving up. You're training your brain, every single day, to never finish anything. Now pause for a second. Look at your life. How many things have you started, and not finished? How many ideas have you abandoned? How many times have you said, this time it will work, and it didn't? This is no coincidence. This is standard. And patterns only change when you break the mechanism that keeps them alive. So here's the twist. Simple. But uncomfortable. You don't need any more motivation. You need less escapism, less distraction, less easy stimulation, less cheap dopamine. Because as long as your brain is used to quick gratification, you will always reject what truly changes his life. Now pay attention to this. You don't need to do anything more. You need to endure more. Enduring boredom. Endure the repetition. Enduring the discomfort of continuing, even when I don't feel like it. Because it's precisely at this point that everyone gives up. And if you go past that point, you become a different person. But nobody wants to talk about it, because it's not pretty. It's not motivating. It doesn't sell. But it's real. And here's something practical. Today. Not tomorrow. Today. Choose one thing. Just one. Something small. And that's the end. Even without wanting to. Even when feeling lazy. Even when my mind is telling me to stop. You're not training for results. You are training your identity. You are teaching your brain something new. I don't stop when it gets tough. And at first, it's going to be strange. It will seem forced. But that's how you break a pattern. Conscious repetition. Now comes the part that might hurt. If you continue the way you are, nothing changes. You'll keep starting things and abandoning them. Frustration will continue to accumulate. You'll continue to feel stuck. And worse, you'll start to believe you'll never succeed. And that's dangerous. Because when you lose confidence in yourself, you stop trying. And when you stop trying, you accept a life that is far less than what you could have had. All this, not because you are incapable, but that's because you never learned how to navigate discomfort the right way. So record this. The problem isn't getting started. The problem is who you become when things get tough. Because it is at this moment that the real game begins. And almost no one continues. Now the question is simple. It's annoying. You'll just be another one who starts, or someone who ends it. Because in the end, it's not about talent. It's not about motivation. It's not about luck. It's about who keeps going when everything inside you wants to stop. And if you understand this, if you actually apply this, you don't just stop giving up. You completely change who you are. And from there, nothing is ever left unfinished anymore. And now you can no longer say you don't know. Because deep down, you always knew. The problem was never getting started. The problem has always been what you do when things get tough. And that's exactly where your life changes or comes to a complete standstill. Because most people stop. Most people go back to the easy way out. Fast pro. Comfortable for all ages. But that's not where your life will improve. It's in that silent moment, where no one is watching, where you don't feel like it, where everything inside you is begging you to stop. And yet, you continue. That's where you build yourself. So remember this. You don't need any more motivation. You need to stop running away. Because every time you run away, you reinforce the cycle. And every time you keep going, you break it. Now the decision is yours. Are you going to close this video, feel that surge of inspiration, and then tomorrow go back to the same old routine? Or are you going to use this, today, to finally do things differently? Because if you don't act now, nothing changes. But if you act, even small, even imperfect, you're not the same person anymore. And that's how it all begins. Now do the following. If this video made you see something you never noticed before, leave a like. This shows me that this type of content is really helping you, and it makes it reach more people who are also trapped in this cycle. And if you want to get out of this for good, if you want to become someone who starts and finishes, subscribe to the channel. Because from now on, or you change, or you continue to abandon yourself every day. And that choice, only you can make.